Kusumanuragam Kusam Kanorishu Ambura Puritamukhi Tripuram Namami. I repeat, you also repeat in your own way, studently, that you will be also joining the Dhyana or meditation upon the Goddess Sundari, who is a teacher, happily relaxing with her own choiced or liked robes and also the weapons on her hand and also keeping in mouth live the tambula in her mouth and being very, very beautiful to look at. She is the Tripuramba. Om Lauhitya Nijjita Lipa Kusumaduragam Pashankushaudhanuripushisunapi Dharayantim Amretshanam Arunamalya Visesha Bhusham Tambula Purita Mukhim Tripuram Namami. So we have been making a journey of trying to understand the beauty, symbolism, spiritualism, significations, and the rewards, awards, and her absolute grace and kindness upon her devotees, and how she is able to attract the attention of all people and trying to fulfill her the desires of people, mundane, super mundane, and spiritual, and see that she has been a source of inspiration. And the stotras, the praises of the gods and goddesses, begin from the top to bottom, that is from Murta down to the feet. That's the description. And it is not simply the physical body, but there is a lot of signification because we believe that the Sharira, not only of different divinities, but also of humans and others, there is being occupied by different gods, different divinities, and they are the important persons monitoring the life and lives and the life of all of them and making their functions well. And moreover, we should know that these stotras are mere sounds, whether it's a mantrocharana or stotra patana or homa mantra patana, etc., whatever it is, all that is absolute sound. And the sound is Paramatma, and we may get an idea how at all Devi enters into our person or into our body. But the idea is that the sounds that we utter in the form of praise to Devi, they all enter through our ears, through the heart seat, and therefrom. So Karmarandhai Shabdarupena Stotradi Charanat Devi Hridayam Gachati. She will just read the heart and remaining there she will be marking all that. So whatever we are doing is just only Shabda. And so now in this we are coming to talk about the Pada Varnana of Devi. Not only the other part, the lower part of the chala of the pada, also the upper one. That's what we are coming across in the present sloka, that is the 87. And we have seen in the previous sloka where Manmatha is very much happy looking that he is able to win over his own enemy, and therefore the Kilikala sound, the Alavatopia, that he has done, that Muhammad Hadan, he has been symbolically represented here because Manmatha is taken as Ishana Rituhu. The enemy of Shiva is Manmatha. And so he was the enemy of Bharat, as we know, and he has been burnt, but still there was that kind of burning injury still working in the mind of Manmatha, and that has got to be brought down, silenced, and given chance that the burn injury is being silenced. In fact, this is just a normal imagination, but applied even for the Manmatha by Shankaracharya in a very poetic manner, appreciate. But when we come to the apara karma for human being, we see when the prana gets away from the body, the entire body is kept upon the fire and burned for some hours. See that only this entire thing is burned, the dead body. But therefore for 10 days the journey of the body takes place, and during the 10 days every time the mantra will be telling Deha Dahana Pida Pariharashtam. The entire Deha has been burnt, and so the burn problem will be there still in the soul. So every time there will be a lot of water put to the Jiva departed, and so that kind of concept also is there. But Manmatha, he has no Sharira, but he has only the body temporarily got, and so he has also some feelings and all that. This is all imagination and description of the poets, because the poets are Nirankushina for Kavayahanta. The Kavis are always having no control. They can go and their imagination and description to any heights that they could. Pratibha, Vyutpatti, and Devata Kripa, these are the three factors which will really make the poets great and make also the readers of those compositions by the poets really enjoyable. So now, that is the thing, and we have learned that in the 86th sloka, and whenever we read that, we recite the sloka as a formula, we get relief from evil spirits, negativity, and any dushtakra pira is there, goes away, and it is important mantra also. Now I am reading the 87th sloka. Probably last time I just read and left it, but now I continue with that. Himani hantavyam himagiri nivasa eka chaturaho dishayam nidranam nisicharam abhage cha vishadau param lakshmi patram triyamati sujantau samahinam sarojam tvatpadau janani jayataha chitram iha kim. I repeat, look at the splitting and he is reading. Himani hantavyam himagiri nivasa eka chaturaho jayam nidranam nishicharam bhage visado param lakshmi patram sriyamati sujantau samayinam sarojam tvatpadau janani jayataha chitramihakam. This is also one of the 8 slokas where Lakshmi Stava is incorporated along with this Parvati Stava. You know, Parvati, Lakshmi, Saraswati, Parvati, both of them are one forces only, though there is names different and methodology different, but functional difference is there, but they are all Adishakti Swarupa manifestations only. Therefore, here, Lakshmi Patram Sriyam. That's what is. So here, Lakshmi Stotra is also included in that. Now, O Mother, Janani, see the mother, the very utterance of the word Janani gives great relief, and also the serenity is being imposed or being suggested when it is said, Janani Tutpadau Jayati Kim Iha. So it's not a wonder if your feet are so great and victorious compared to others. Actually, the feet are compared to the lotus. The lotuses have got the character. What is the character? During night time, they will sleep. During daytime, they become blossomed and shine forth. But for the lotus feet of daily, that kind of nature is not applicable. All time, our feet are wakeful to protect the entire land, and therefore the lotuses are nowhere nearer or superior before your lotus feet. And moreover, lotus feet their glow will not be visible when there is snow and rain and all that, cloud and all that. But in case of this lady, Tripura Sundari, it is quite different. The feet are glorious and victorious, providing Sriyam Lakshmi Patram Sujanta, Param Sriyam Lakshmi Patram Sujanta, meaning that the feet are providing immense wealth of happiness to the Samayinam, to the Samayachara practitioners. There is Vamachara, Samayachara, but Parameswari is always voting for the Samayacharas. Therefore, for Samayachara Upasakas, the feet has that kind of power to give that Lakshmi Patra. And how about your feet? You are daughter of Himavan, Himagiri Nivasa, because she is born in Himalayan mountains as the daughter of Himalaya, as the daughter of Himavan. So her feet are very much used to walk on the snow. Himani Hantavyam. That is, Himani is the snow. So her feet is always dipped in that snow. But that is no matter to her feet. Your feet are used to move about in the snow mountain, but still remain quite bright, even at the end of night. They provide great wealth, peace and happiness to devotees, especially as Samaya Upasakas. Now, but about the regular lotuses, they cannot be like that. The moment night falls, their shining becomes dulled, and in the night they sleep. All this nature is there for them. Therefore, but here, your feet is the feet of Goddess Lakshmi, and therefore there is no wonder for such success of your feet. So, Parvati is the daughter of Himalayas, and so Himachala Mahavamsha Pavanaye Namo Namaha. That tells that her lotus feet skill very much to move on snow, and the feet has got unusual features compared to that of the regular lotus, and her feet has got excelling feeling, and lotuses do not matter at all. And Devi Lakshmi has chosen a seat for her in that feet, and therefore the touch of snow has no matter to that. Here, this kind of description, Nisayam, Nidranam, Nisichara, Charamabhaga. Nisichara, Charamabhaga, the end of the night, trying to the fourth yama, between 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock is Nisi Charamabhaga. Nisi is night, Charamabhaga is Mushakala. That is from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, we see too much of change in the nature. So that is what you say. Ushakala, what are the change that we see? Ushakala, Pratakala, Arunodaya, and then Suryodaya. Probably many people do not know the other ones. All people know the Suryodaya, some people do not know even that. But you imagine within the 3 hours of duration, Yama means 3 hours, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 3, 3 to 6 o'clock. This is the Ratrihi Yama Traya Parivruta. That's what is the definition. A Ratri, the night is having 3 yamas. That's why whenever we on Sivaratri day, we do 3 yama puja very seriously, and we conclude in the last yama because we are nearer to the Suryodaya. Therefore, Ushakala, Pratakala, Arunodaya. The Arunodaya is the most important, where the entire sky in the east, you see the colors changing before Suryodaya, and just after Pratakala. Well, I don't want to describe, but that's why Nishicharama Pagena, the concluding part of the night, is 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. And whatever tapas we do, beginning from 3 o'clock and up to 6 o'clock, is really powerful and having many benefits out of that. But for rishis and upasakas and great sages, they will be able to be wakeful and do a lot of upasana during this time. That's why in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna tells, Yanisha Sarvabhutanam, Tasyam Jagat Sanyami, Yasyam Jagat Bhutani, Tasyam. So, the Sanyami is, the upasana will be wakeful when all people are sleeping. And they will be sleeping when all people are wakeful. So there's a lot of symbolism and suggestion and message in that. So here also, for the glow of the feet of Parameswari, there is nothing like time concept. Wakeful and not wakeful, sleeping and all these things are not there. And the same temperament or the same thing or the Pada Mahatmya is an interesting feature in almost all these stotras written by Shankara himself or even other people. So they say, for example, Lalita Sahasranama, we come across the names as Pada Abja Dhulika, Pada Dvaya Parakrama, Pada Abja Dhulika, Pada Padadvaya Paraja, Parakruta Siroruha, etc. There are so many expressions in Lalita Sahasranama extolling or glorifying their feet. And otherwise, the Pada Mahatmya is being well portrayed. Not only in Lalita Sahasranama, even Shankaracharya has imbibed the same spirit in other stotras like Rajarajaswaritava, Annapurnastava, Srisaila Brahmarambikastava, etc. He has highlighted the functional excellences of her feet, and therefore the Shankaracharya's talent or imagination or bhakti towards the feet of Devi and also the physic beauty of Devi and influence and eminence of Devi Lalita upon all people in a very poetic manner has been done very well. Therefore, it is implied in this sloka that a devotee always sees a good sense and sensibility in the build and achievements of Goddess Sundari, both in the physique and at the same time other symbolism there. And she is not only the consort of Shiva, but she is also the sister of Ganga Devi, and therefore there you see that she is able to fulfill the desires of all people on one hand, and especially she is very much providing energy, extraordinary energy, whoever resorts to the Kundalini Yoga. And for that Kundalini Yoga, Mahashakti Yoga, it is Kundalini, Discourse, and like that we have already come across in the earlier stanzas in Soundarya Lahari regarding the power of Kundalini and all that. So today happened to be the International or Yoga Day, 6th year, and somehow people are all made to remember the importance of yoga, and this Kundalini yoga practice has been introduced by the Acharya in our Adhyayana Kendra. He is taking classes on Kundalini yoga. I know that is trying to make the Devi, who is a serpent form, sleeping in the Muladhara Chitra, and trying to take her up and go to Sahasrara, and unite with Shiva, and then bring back her to the Muladhara. It's a wonderful exercise and providing wonderful energy. So, Sundari, this is the Paristhana Devata of this great serpent power. So when united with Shiva, she becomes Lalita Sap. That's why you see Maha Shiva Shakti Swarupani, Sri Mata, Sri Lalita Ambika. If you want to understand the Lalita Sahasranama, you keep on attributing Sri Mata, Sri Lalita, Sri Maharajni, Sri Lalita, because all that Lalita Shabda is going to characterize in all the entire thing. Like that here also, Lalita is very, though she is united with Shiva and such a tremendous power by herself, she is very soft, happy, bright, and full of compassion and exquisite beauty, and therefore she is specially called as, in this particular stotra, Soundarya Lalita, or Soundarya Sundari, and she is enjoying the waves of bliss, and that laharis are there in here. So now we have to understand, I think you are clear with the word. Isha, I just tell you the meanings of that. Himagiri Nivasa, that is Himalayan mountain. Eka Chaturo, unique in skill. And Nisi is night. Charvabhaga is the last portion of the night. That is called Mushakala, Ratakala, etc. And the blossoming will be there. Samayinam especially, there are division of the devotees to Parameswari. So Samayachara Tattara. She is Samayachara Tattara means she, and Kundalini also is one way. And for Samayachara people, she will be always supplying Sriyam Sampada Atisrujanto, granting in excessive. She is not giving simple wealth, but Atisrujanto means Atisampada she is giving. And something like that, well, we have a number of comparisons to talk about. So the wealth given to the devotee is simply beyond his expectation. And moreover, the lotus hands will not be shining, they become dull if there is what we dewdrops and snow and all that. But her feet is not like that. They are naturally not undergoing any change, and such a beautiful, powerful and sanctified feet. And therefore, then she is defeating the beauty of the feet of her. There is no wonder, there is no astonishment. So, now Parameswari is in all respects a Swatantra, Sarvatantreshi. He is the Swatantra and also the authority of all kinds of tantras, the application of the powers that she is able to wield or yield for, and therefore she is in this sloka, whenever anybody repeats the sloka, he will be able to control or remove the poison of serpents and reptiles. So this sloka is a sample for Garuda Vidya Prapti. Already in 20th stanza, we have seen the Vishatvaras are being removed as Garuda removes the poison, however it is. So that Garuda Vidya. In fact, we should know that there is one beautiful book called Garuda Upanishad, which again belonging to Atharvaveda. When once we understand that, we will be able to get extra powers and portion of that. In fact, I know some people who will be always talking about Garuda Upanishad, which is connected to Devi Shakti and all that. Anyway, we can keep on talking about the greatness of this. It is not simply 4 lines. not simply talking about the beauty of Parmeshwari, not talking about that she is a color of Himalayan mountains. Her feet have got used to the Himalaya, the snow, but the snow has not affected anyway the feet of Devi, but natural glow, luster, and normalcy, and more than normalcy is being maintained. That kind of description is there beautifully in that particular sloka, and we can use it for that purpose to remove any kind of poisonous things. What is poison is infection. So this sloka is employed to cure any amount of or any kind of infection that strikes people, and it has got its own magical, magnificent power. And I told you this is a mantra shastra also. And now I go to the next sloka, 88, where again the Pada Varnana continues in that, because the Padas are the only free part of her personality. We have seen all the time that her four hands are fixed because she is holding one or the other weapon. And what is free to bless devotees? Eyes and feet. And of course, she has got her ears to be able to receive the prarthanas and know who is who, what is what, and all that. Now, the upper part of the Karatala Karapushta, the Pushta Bhaga of the Pada is being described beautifully in this sloka, and this is also very, very much powerful, this Pushta Bhaga, because this gives you control to get control over all kinds of animals. Control over all kinds of animals means you can make the people also get listen to your words, and your authority is being accepted by the followers or by the other people, and you can be a leader for the sake of getting leadership, and at the same time, in order to get fame and relief from difficulties, her feet, the upper part of the upper portion of her feet, prayer will be very good, and she will remove the apadas, I mean accidents and incidents and apamrityus and all those kind of problems. So that's why I'm reading now the sloka. You also join in your own way, silently, so that you will be also focusing your attention to the feet of Devi, and she will be happy. Padam te kirtinam prapadam apadam devi vipadam katham nitam saddhi kathina kamathi karparatulam katham va anibhyam upayamanakale purabhira yadadayanyastam drushati dayamanena vapusha. Shiva loves Parvati too much, so much one cannot imagine. That's why in that sloka, in the reply for Parvati's question, which is the shortcut for Sahasranama, she says she gives four compliments to her. Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvalyam Ramanama Varalane. So here itself you see how much he loved, how he loves his wife. So that's why that love of Shiva at the time of marriage, because love began from the marriage time. So at the time of marriage, what kind of gesture Shiva showed, that Shankara also is describing here. I'm reading again for you to understand. And there's a beautiful prasa and alliteration is there. And this alliteration or yamaka or prasa, this will definitely enhance the magical power to be emitted by recitation of these kind of formula-like sutras. Therefore, you can just follow how the dakaras and all that is there. Padam te kirtinam prapadam apadam devi vipadam katham nitam saddhi katina kamati karparatulam katham va panibhyam upayamana kale puradhira yadadayanyastam drushati dayamanena vapusha te padam. Now he talks about te padam, your feet. And what is that? Kirtinam prapadam. O Devi, O Goddess Tripura Sundari, the upper portion of the feet of you is described by all people that is very hard. That it is only done by they compare the upper portion of the your feet to the hard back of the tortoise. Kamati karpara tulam. Tula is comparing. Karpara to kamati. Kamati is the tortoise. So tortoise back is hard. So now Shankara puts a question. Amma, Devi, about all the sajjanas, about all the poets have made comparison of your Sadhihi. The word Sajjanas is Sadhihi. Sadhihi means the poets, the devotees. Why devotees? Katham nitam. He simply put a question, Prashna, that Katham nitam, how all it is being questioned like that, like Karparatulam, Kamati, Katinam, Te, Padam. How is your feet has been compared to that? No, I don't agree. Isn't that? They did it as is the question of Shankara. If he is the softness of compassion, then why then upon the feet there is the daya ardhata completely deposited on our feet. When that kind of daya ardhata is there on the upper portion of the feet, what all these poets or devotees at that time to compare our feet to the back of the tortoise. So Shankara is just making a wonder himself. So it is a hard back of a female tortoise. Kamati is the female tortoise. So he is putting a question, that kind of things. And it is a source for, and moreover, the hard back of a female tortoise, when it is a source for relieving many kinds of difficulties. How? And moreover, that particular portion of that feet of Parvati in the marriage, he has gifted that soft foot of that and tried to place it on a hard surface like stone. In fact, one of the customary practices is at the time of marriage, the husband has to take hold of the foot of the woman, of the bride, and make it place upon a stone, and it is all symbolic, and that kind of, there are mantras connected to that, and so the vara, the bridegroom has to do that job in the instance of marriage. So in the marriage of Lord in Shiva had to take that foot, soft feet, put it upon a stone. So Shiva, known for good compassionate mind, is very kind, placed your foot with his hand upon a hard surface of a stone. So there is a kind of feeling by Shankara the devotee that it is wrong to compare the feet, upper portion of the feet of Devi also as a hard one, because there is large amount of daya filled on her feet, because all people touch her feet and feel that sense of softness and blessings from her feet. So he's just trying to put a question. The poet is criticizing the views of Sajjanas or the poet when Devi's feet upper portion is compared to the upper back of the female tortoise. And so, and not only that, even Lord Shiva at the time of marriage, has placed with his hands her feet upon the hard stone. These are the two things, namely comparing her feet with the back of tortoise and Shiva placing her foot, soft foot upon a stone, a hard surface. She is so slender, tender and delicate, and she would not deserve that kind of appreciation of comparison. And moreover, Shankara, who objected to the Prabhakas of Devi Lalita being compared like that. And moreover, Shankara has been described as the most Sukumari. And she is very slender and very affectionate, fully filled with daya, capable of granting name and relief from the difficulties. All such kind of apada nivarana shakti she has upon her feet stored. Then how this kind of statement or description has been made? So Shankara is feeling little sad at the description of the other poets making her upper feet of being described to this way. And therefore, this is the kind of sloka which you will find in this. So I repeat it. So, Kirtinam te padam. Kirtinam means it is able to give blessings to all people. But poets are describing the feet very hard. Prapadam apadam. The apadam means it is able to remove the difficulties and very gracious because of her control, because of her blessings and so on. So, I think the Panibhyam Adaya, the Panigrahana is a marriage. So, Utvahana is also another term. Utvahana is the bondage between man and woman. Because of marriage, it is going up to their respective end of their life. That's why it's called Udvaha or Vivaha. And the entire Udvaha or Vivaha begins with the Panigrahana. It is holding the hand. Panina Panim Badva. So our Vivaha Samskara in our Hindu system is so sacred, is so enticing that there cannot be any kind of separation or divorce or anything like that. Shiva and Parvati is always a standard comparison. Such a mighty Paramapurusha and Parabrahma, he has taken his hands, the foot of Parvati, and put upon the stone, because the heart, the mind, why stone? The mind must be in determination and all that as hard as the stone. Therefore, in marriages, people, Arundhati Nakshatra is shown, Dhruva Nakshatra is shown, and some such gestures are being, or formalities are being observed. It is all a matter of permanence, because a girl has been given to the man, not directly. There are other people, Agni, Soma, Indra and such divinities who protected the girl until she is handed over to the boy in marriage. That's why Artho hi Kanya Aratiya Eva, the girl is always others, but before he goes a transfer deposit to another person, there are divinities protecting, and we acknowledge the thanks or gratefulness to them, and with their consent, the girl is given away. And in that gesture, and this Vara has got to make some promises and do all these things. Thereby, for Vivaha Samskara and Vivaha Mantras, all these things will be very much sanctified. And Shankara is one who is, though he is not a commentator for the Samskaras, Hindu Samskaras or sacrament or Vedas, but in his stotras, because stotras are readable, reachable, understandable and attract, through which he is able to reach the mind and discipline and habits and also instruction to the upasakas or to devotees. Therefore, the Shankaracharya's medium or mind to reach people more with all the Vedic principles, Vedic wisdom, and all the Vedic habits, influence is being very well portrayed in that. So, every sloka, you can imagine if when there are 36 to 40 and more commentators or commentaries on Soundarya Lahari. No stotra has got so many commentators or so many commentaries. But even Lalita Sahasranama's commentaries also less compared to Soundarya Lahari commentators. And nobody is satisfied giving commentary for this Soundarya Lahari. And so in the same strain also is Shivananda Lahari. Because Shiva is Ananda and Devi is Soundarya. Therefore, Devi, Vipadam, Apadam, Prapadam, Kittinam Padam Te. So the phraseology or the words employed by Shankara in the verses is so potential, magical and suggestive that we keep on brooding over, thinking about the connections to various other knowledge available from the scriptures. So, Upayamana Kale, the marriage is so Upayamana is another name which Shankaracharya gives for marriage. Upayamana means to take the girl to his own folds. That is a wonderful ceremony. Something like even Brahmacharya, Dvijatva comes to boys, then they are given the Brahmopadesha. That is only to initiate the boy with Gayatri mantra. It is called Brahmopadesha. One mantra only. So much jubilee, so much is there. Because what is done in Upanaya Samskara, only the Gayatri mantra is given. To receive one mantra, so much of celebrations, so much of discipline is given. After Dvijatva, there are the responsibilities will vary and increase the boy. After Dvijatva, becoming Brahmachari, he can jump to sannyasa. He can bypass Grihasthasrama and Vanaprasthasrama. He can jump to sannyasa. You know, Lord Shankaracharya became sannyasi when he was 4 years old. Thereby, he had a long sannyasi stage of life. 4 years old only, his mother he had to get the consent of mother and became sannyasi. And Madhvacharya became sannyasi, took sannyasa only when he became 25 years old. Ramanujacharya. So, it all depends upon one's own, but the work done by these respected acharyas is stupendous, is simply great. Like that, here, Adigrahana Uttava, Adigrahana Mahotsava, Upayamana Kala is an item. Yeah, there are so many items in Vivaha, the Padigrahana. In earlier days, you must remember, he used to give us marriage invitations. Padigraha Mahotsava Akvana Patrika. It used to be having in the vernacular language and also in Sanskrit. They used to print the invitations with kumkum and haldi cover. Two things. That was the very tradition. These days, we don't see that at all. The bride or bridegroom print the invitation and call you. The serenity is just losing. As a result, people are also losing the bondages too. But anyway, we hope we always revere our Indian culture, Indian habits, which are long protected for a long time. I hope you understood. This particular sloka is very important to have control over people, over things, and we'll be happily. And once you exercise control, your ideas are being honored. That itself is a great success in the journey of life on one hand, and you will be getting the relief. Because Apadam Apahartaram. So Devi also. In fact, people advise Devi Pancharatna Stotra, Lalita Pancharatna, all these things should be recited in the morning. But it is a kind of culture. We get some kind of relief, and all our day activity will be successfully, very well. So now the Padavarnana is over, and we'll be going to the next sloka, where you talk about the nails of the padas. Bit by bit, portion by portion of each part of the body, our limb has been taken. So now we have got already, there is the description of reference to the nails of Parvati. All gods come and touch their kirita to the nail, and so automatically the nails of Parvati became very much sharpened, and then when she is walking to receive the Shiva, when he has visited her, and he may be hurting people, like that they have got a description of Sankara. But now there is a special attention for the nails of Parvati's feet. Now I am reading the 89th sloka. So beautiful it is, and you enjoy that. Let's enjoy the meaning here and the benefit. And moreover, in our religious program, or in Hinduism, even the parts of the body of the Shiva, of the deities, are having a lot of power. For example, this is Santoshi Devi has come into existence when the happy tears came out from the eyes of Ganapati. So she is taken as Ganapati Putri. And again, and even we make a stotra for the nakhas of Lakshmi Narasimha. There is a nakhastuti of Narasimha, and also the tooth. So they are not just the Vikruti that is found on the body. The Prakriti is flesh, blood, and nerves and bones. Vikruti is the hair in our body, in the nails, and like that. And there is, and also the palm. There is no hair on the palm, and only upper portion will be having like that. So there is also the Vikruti. When you make a praise on Prakriti of Devi, Vikruti also has got to be, because totally both of them are very important, and the Vikruti Varnana or Nakha Varnana is being done because they are very powerful. And I am reading this sloka. Nakhaihi nakam strinakastrinam karakamala sankocha shisibihi tarunam divyanam sahataivate chandicharanau Padani swastebhyah kisavaya karakrena dadatam daridrebhyo bhadram sriyam anisham anhaya dadatau. Nakhaihi anhaya sriyam bhadram sriyam daridrebhyah dadati. Amma is always granting convenient wealth for all people who are in need. They're called daridras. They don't have that. And that is the beauty or power, grace of the nakhas of Parameswari. Anisham Sriyam. And always, there is no intermission at all for the flow of grace of nakhas of Devi to please the devotees. And so that tau nakhaihi anhaya. Anhaya means quickly. No, that's why Satya Prasadatva is there. Satya Prasadinye namo namaha. Gita Parameswari will instantaneously grant our boons. And like that, she is a ready deity, ready to grant or fulfill the desires of people if they are strong devotees to her. Now, Nakastrinam Karakamala Sankocha Sasibihi Tarunam Divyanam Sahataivate Chandi Charanau Padani Swastebhya Kisavaya Karagrena Dadatam Daridrebhyo Bhatram Priyam Anisam Anhayatao. Shankara addresses here, only first time here, as a Chandi. You remember, Chandi is a Shabda or name given to Parvati or acquired by Parvati, which has been shown forth by Markandeya Maharshi in Markandeya Purana, 13th chapter, as a Durga Saptati it is there, 700 slokas, that particular 3 chapters have been picked up, and 13 chapters are picked up from Markandeya Purana. We have a separate beautiful text as Durga Saptati. Therein you have got the name Chandi, Yasmat, Chandam cha Mundam cha Ahnata Yuddhe, Tasmat Chandi iti loke khyata. Chamunda is also there. Chamunda, Chandi. And in Mysore we have got Chamundeshwari. She has taken the name of the Chandamundas. They are strong, deep devotees. But Parameshwari, as a mother, she has to do killing of these bhaktas, and really for gods it is a problem. We are better placed than the gods. For example, in Saura Sukta Veda, the Rishi tells that Pasyan Janma Surya Bhagavan is seeing people being born, dying, people being born. So Surya is not at all affected, is not sorrowful, or is not joyful. He is keeping on doing his job. And he is showing his grace upon all people, just like the charma, the skin is covering our body harmoniously without dents or swells or anything like that. So, charmeva, magumsi, like mamsam being covered by the charma, so he is showering his light, grace and luster and power and heat upon all people harmoniously without any distinction. That's the greatness of the way of divinity. That is a problem too. So when she calls, Shankara reminds Parvati that she is a Chandi. And that is to say, she has destroyed the demons who are devotees but turned wicked too much. Dushta Dhanava Dhanjanyai Namo Namaha. So Dushta Dhanuja Sudanayai Namo Namaha. You know, Lalita Sahasranama, Dushta Dhanuja Sudana. Sudana means she is a butcher in that aspect. She butchers them. She just kills them. And but she has her own reason. And moreover, before they are being killed, she takes the permission of the bhaktas in order that she can take the life away from their bodies. Therefore, not that she forces herself upon them to take away the life, but only on the consent of the bhaktas, she will use her weapons and say that end is given to them. Anyway, here, that word Chandi, you can drill on that. And the poet continues to describe the feet of Devi, and the feet description does not become complete unless nails are also taken into account, and the nails are also divine. They are also powerful. Therefore, when nails are described, the feet again gets the compliment, and feet power also is once again a different context being described to us. So here the nails of our feet and the description is in a quite imaginative way. Now I am telling, oh Mother, Devi, Chandi Devi, the celestial trees, the kalpavrakshas in the heaven are providing the fulfillment of the desires of the gods. The residents of heaven, Nakastrinam. But how about you then? You are different. More than that, you are looking at the poverty-stricken people in the 3 worlds. You are kind enough to provide beneficial wealth to all of them. Bhadram Sriyam, you have to note it. If we cannot simply amass wealth and we can make it black. We don't want black money to stay with us. It's a headache. So, she must only grant beneficial wealth to all the needy people. They are called Daridras. So, looking at the poverty level of the people in all the three worlds, she is granting the wealth to all people. And there are also many other goddesses like Sati Devi, who is Indra's wife, and Saraswati, other goddesses are there. But such goddesses are all folding their hands and respecting Lalita Tripura Sundari feet, because the bright nails of your feet seem to offer the kanti of the hands of celestial women. Celestial women all got nails, but she is a Maha Tripura Sundari. The very name Maha indicates that there is nobody beyond her. She is herself is that. That's why Swatantra, Sarvatantresi, and Sarvopatra Vaivarini, Sarvaudana Pritisitta, etc. When you see that there is nothing to surpass her, there is nothing to surpass her, and even Parabrahma is also subservient to her. Therefore, Shankaracharya gives another compliment for Devi, Parabrahma Mahishi. All Mahishis control the Purushas, and therefore they are actually Purushika. See, even the word Purushika, that boldness to give, to take every manliness in her in order to win the battles with the demons. And so she is a Purushika, she is a Parabrahma Mahishi, and she is Parabhattarika. Bhattarika is queen, and Parabhattarika. All these things will signify that whatever other female goddesses are there, they all stand before her in reverence, holding their hands. And their nails are not so grand and glorious and glowful that of the nails of the feet of the Tripura Sundari. The kanti of the hands of such celestial woman is not at all superior compared to the kanti of the feet of Devi. And again, O Mother Durga, here the divine trees also, the Kalpavrukshas, also are demeaned in their capacity. And again, what is the hand of the Kalpavrukshas? The tender leaves of the Kalpavrukshas. See, dwelling in the heaven with their hands in the form of tender leaves reaching. And all women are folding their hands and submitting to the glory, grace of you in honor to you, because they admit. So the nails of your feet have the brilliance of the moon, cool look, mocking the brilliance of the folded hands of those great ladies. So here, the Asishokti you cannot call it because we don't know Parameshwari. See, Kutuswami Dikshitar, Shama Shastri, Nagaraja, all such great Bhagayakaras have visualized the Parameshwari exquisite beauty and felt very happy. Even among the Hindi poets, Tulsidas also is like that. Tulsidas' wife told, as much interest to make me in this drastic weather, so much interest if you were to bestow upon Sita, Rama, your Janma will be Dhanya. He took cue from the advice of his wife. He wrote Tulsi Ramayana, Tulsi Ramayana, Ramacharita Manas, a beautiful. And that is a turning point. And like that, we have so many devotees who are able to stand, who are standing before our feet with folded hands, but they're all getting the grace as cool as moon's rays. Amrita Varshini, because she is said to be Amrita Varshini, Amrita Amruteswari, and therefore they are enjoying all that. Here, Shankaracharya, the poet, wants to impress that Devi's feet and nails have such mahima that it is more powerful, that it is able to reward even the divine trees, even the divine women, celestial women, and they will be getting the power. And in fact, if they are showing their grace upon other people, it is only under the grace of that Devi on these deities, so that ultimately what is that means? The whole grace is flowing forth because of the Mahima of the feet of Prameshwari. And therefore, all people are subservient. So this particular mantra, sloka, is powerful to get relief from the pain, chronic pain. And it gives you success in mechanical work. So any machine repair or instrument operation or any such kind of engineering engineering gadgets, you will be able to do it well. And any pain to the body can be relieved, and it relieves from pain from all ailments. Therefore, any jwara, any pain, anything could be, because even the Parameshwari is being respected by all other people, is a matter of great grace. Such a powerful woman, such a powerful Devi, with her feet, with her nails, is able to help us. Because Tavahi Charanadeva Nipuno. Ultimately, already Shankaracharya said, there is no way that you will be able to show your grace but with your feet. And therefore, we all try to submit ourselves to your feet. So, I think I stop with that, and I go with the 90th stanza next time. And thank you very much. Today is International Yoga Day, and we are all going with Soundarya Lahari, Pathana, Parayana, Adhyayana, Yoga. We make prayer to Tripura Sundari to make this international yoga of Soundarya Lahari Yoga, and give us all the grace, strength, stamina, health, and longevity, happiness, and peace. Namaste Tripura Sundari. Sarvam Sri Krishna Arpanamastu. Sarvam Sri Matru Charana Ravinda Arpanamastu. Om Tat Satu. Shivaya Namaha. Thank you.